Hello, welcome to Finding the Flow. I'm your host, Saikyun, and today we're going to create replace in files. To begin with, we're gonna write down our goal. So, like the end goal is like be able to call a function that takes a directory and a peg. And this peg could replace text in files in the directory. That might replace text in the files in that directory, and then save those files. So we can call this replace in files. That's the end goal. To begin with, we can do this for just one file. And just like yesterday, we start with like the simple case. So we goal 1, we want to apply peg to a file and replace the contents of that file with the result of the peg. Yeah, and then goal 2 would be to, and we can call this function something like replace in file. And then goal 2 would be to call like find all files in directory and subdirectories, and then run replace in file on all those files. I think this makes sense. So let's get to it. We already started writing, let's see. Yeah, yesterday we created find in file. So I'm gonna start with some code from yesterday. I'm gonna copy this and open a new file called replace in files, Janet. Okay, so now we have a new file. I paste this in and hit Ctrl L to load the file. So the code from yesterday works. This just shows the files we found and the position of like the start and end position of the search term. In this case, it's this line that gets run. So we find the string file. But now we don't only want to find the file, we also want to replace file with something else. I'm gonna do this so I see the chat as well. Let's see. There we go. I think I will be able to see the chat now. Yeah, I wonder where the messages end up though. Maybe I should do something like this instead. Yeah, something like this. Let's see. So first goal, we want to apply, right. I have some problem with changing the size vertically of Freja windows. So I'll have to fix that. Anyway, first we want to apply the peg to a file, and I'm gonna remove some of this code, remove this code, and move this code too. And instead of finder here, we could do like a replacer. Oh, so finder, let me show you what finder does. or let's do it like this instead. I'll pretty print a call to finder where we want to find the word hello. And I hit Control L and we evaluate this. And then we get this tuple. I'm going to paste it because the colors were a bit dark here. So this is like the result of running finder hello. And what it does is say we want 0 or more of either this part or anything. So if we would say like any plus 1, that means we would match against anything, because 1 matches against anything, or rather a single something, and any matches against 0 or more of these. So together these matches against everything, which is useful when we want to write code to find something. If we want to parse something, this is not really what we want. But for now, this is perfect. So, and then what we have here is the thing we're searching for. So in this case, hello goes here. And this asterisk means first this, and then this, and then this. So the way I see it is like plus is or, and asterisk is more like and. And this is so-called PEG, parser expression grammar, which can be used to parse text or search in text and things like that. So the funky $signs means get the position. So essentially we say first we get the position, then we find hello, then we find the end position. Okay, so that's the finder. But now we want to write a replacer. Oh, and maybe I should show how to apply the finder. So we could do something like peg/match, and then the finder, and then some text. We can write 1, 2, 3, hello, 1, 2, 3. And then if I hit Control L, we run the source, or rather evaluate the source, and we find 3 and 8, which matches this position and this position. Okay, I'm actually gonna write like a pre-goal here, which is apply peg to a string, just to keep it simple. So let's say in this string, instead of finding hello, we want to replace it with greetings, because that's a lot kinder, I think, at least. So then we don't want finder, but replacer. And we copy this and say replacer. And now instead of capturing the positions, we could remove those. I think we do this. Let's see. This should mean that we capture all the text. So this means like when we encounter the stuff in here, return it. So like this one has an implicit capture, one can say. So in this case, we capture the positions. But in this case, I hope to capture the whole text instead. So I hit Control L and we get an error. Oh, replacer needs text and the replacement. And I hit Control L again. Yeah, so now we just capture the whole string. And that's great. What's not great is that it still says hello here. We want it to say greetings instead. So what we do then is we can write slash, which means replace, and then we take a function, and I think we can do this, maybe something like that, and just return replacement. Let's see. Now we're gonna see I did wait, I messed up the parentheses. Let's see, this should line up like that, and we'll do that. I'm trying to check the colors here. Let's see, that one, and then another one. This should be right. Yeah, there we go. Now I hit Control L, and oh, so this should, if finding a match with text, which in this case is hello, we replace it with the result of this function. This one, the arguments, as I recall it, contain matches, or maybe only captured matches here. But we don't really care right now. We just want to replace it. So we ignore the arguments and return the replacement. So I hit Control L now, and this looks a bit odd. This is not what I expected. It looks like it captured the function and not the replacement. Maybe I misremembered the slash thing. What happens if I do this? Oh, right, I should do comma here. What did I do? Okay, I'll have to check the documentation then. Let's see. Janet Core API. And here in the Janet Core API, we have, let's see, parsing expression grammars. And this looks a bit strange. Why is... Oh, I want this to be a bit smaller. Let's see. There we go. So let's see. I want to replace some text. Oh, also, so Gaia mentioned that there is a peg find and a peg replace that we could probably use, but I want to learn how to implement this stuff, so that's why I'm using match instead. As far as I understand, peg match is like slightly more generic than find and replace, but anything you can do with find and replace you can do with peg match as well. So here's the one. Capture, replace. Here's replace. Replace the capture. Let's see. Produced by Pat by applying subst. Right. So I think one problem here was that I'm quoting here. So I think it, I don't know, somehow applied just a list. So I need to unquote this to make it a function. And I wonder if I can show this somehow, the difference. Think basically if you do something like this, let's see, if we pretty print, let's see, I'm gonna comment this for now, comment. If we pretty print like this, +1 and I hit Control L, we just get +1 but if we do this wiggly thing and then a comma, we get the application of this, like the actual result, like we would expect if we had nothing here. The reason why I do this squiggly thing in the beginning is because if I don't, it tries to apply all these symbols like any, and I don't think any isn't even symbol. It's an unknown symbol. This is just parsing expression grammar. So what I do is that I quote the whole thing, so we get the actual list rather than trying to apply the list. But we want to apply text and the function declaration, because we want, instead of getting the symbol text, we want whatever is in text. So therefore we write a comma, and that I think it's called unquotes the symbol, which means they are evaluated. So now that we evaluate our function creation call, we try Control L again, And it captures this, the replacement, but it also seems to capture the whole thing here. I wonder what happens if we move the capturing stuff. Let's see. If we capture this part instead, we should only get the greetings. What? We get hello as well? That seems strange to me. I thought it would replace hello with the replacement. What happens if I write something here then? I hit Control L. So that works. But it still seems to capture this part. Wait, I had to read a bit more on the replace thing. Replaces the captures. So maybe I need to capture something here then. If we do this, maybe it doesn't replace non-captures. Control L, oops, show the result. Now we only get something. So that's good. Okay, so if we don't capture, what? Wait, now I'm confused. Okay, so this replace thing always captures, it seems. It pushes to the capture stack. Okay. What happens if we do this then? Because I want to capture the rest of the text as well. Okay, this looks better. So now we capture either everything that's not a match, or we capture whatever is being replaced here. I wonder if we can do... What happens if we do this? No, that won't work, I don't think. I think I'm creating a super slow... this peg will probably be a bit slower than needed, because we will need to create a string out of this again. But we'll do this for now, and then we'll try to figure out if we can do something better later. So I'll turn this back into replacement, hit Control L, and now we get the 1, 2, 3 greetings, 1, 2, 3. So from 1, 2, 3 hello, 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 3 greetings. But of course we also want to turn this into a string. So we call string and a semicolon on this, which will call string on all the arguments, so this will be this will essentially be turned into a call like this. So now I hit Control L, and we got the replacement as we wanted to. So I'm gonna call this function replace, maybe replace in string for now. So we take the text, or maybe this string, but I don't want to call it string. Let's call it S, and the text to be matched against, and the replacement like this, and here we write text replacement and the string. So now I can test this by running replace in string. Cat is nice, cute. So we want to replace nice with cute. Oh, this disappeared. I just want to show you which goal I'm currently working on. Okay, so cat is nice, turned into cat is cute. That's great. So we'll put this into our comments thing to show. I like to keep comment blocks around for example code, so you can later see how you called some of your functions. And you could even write like this to show you like the result. And this is very nice when reading on GitHub or something. So now you see like, oh, the result of this is this. We don't really need a print string. Here we go. So now we take the finding file and call it replacing file. So now we want to go to step 1, replace in file. And we take a path and the peg. Also now I remember last time I did the arguments like this instead. And the text doesn't need to be a text, it could be a peg, I think. So let's call it peg. That's great. So peg, replacement, and a string. Peg, replacement, string. This. Oh wait, that one was right. Never mind. There, we can remove the finder as well because that's in the other file. Now we need to fix this and put it there. Hit Control L, unknown symbol text. Here, peg. There we go. And to validate what I said about being able to run any peg, okay, this works. We could try replacing nice with, I don't know, maybe just the keyword. This should match a single character. Yeah, so now it replaces all word characters with cute. That's great. I wonder, I think this one could be made cooler, so it would take like, if there were any captures in the peg, we would get them here. That will be a later thing, I think. For now, we only care about stupid text. So, replacing in file. First, we get the string. Here, let's see. I'm gonna do this. Def content of the file. Read the full file. And then, let's see. What do we want to do? We got the contents of the file. We have a peg. We need some sort of replacement here too. Replacement. So we just run replace in string on the file. Like content. Peg replacement. Oops. And then let's see here. Right now we don't write to the file, so we can run replace in file without being scared. So we say replace in file, and maybe we can look for print, and then replace it with sabotage. I don't know how to spell that. Sabotage, like this maybe. And then we add a path to the file. So this would be replace in files.janet, as we can see here. Okay, now I hit Control L, or I'm gonna pretty print first. Like this, Control L, and we'll see. Oh, it replaced print with sabotage. That's great. So now we managed to do goal 1. Maybe we could open another like example file so I don't ruin my code. Let's see. Oh, I didn't save this. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna, let's see, example for replacement example. And here we can write hello. Please do replace stuff in here. Okay, let's see then. There's our folder here. So now we want to replace, let's see, we called it example. What was it? Replace example. I have no short-term memory. Replacement example. Replacement example. Let's see, Control L. Hello, please do, and then we say hello, or say in. Hello, please do not replace stuff outside of. Nice, nice. And we can say print instead, because then we get the new lines too. New lines. Hello, please do not do. Hey, hello, please do replace stuff outside of here. No, we don't want it. We want to say inside. That's more safe. Okay. How do we write to a file? I would guess that we first need to add another flag. This flag says R. We add W for write, and that doesn't work. Can you say R plus W? No. What happens if I say, oh, maybe A for all? I have no clue. Let's try doc file open and see what the docs say. Append, allow writing. We want both read and write. Maybe that's not possible. Open file. Mode is a set of flags. Oh, maybe like this then. Nope. What? File open. Most 2 got 3. Maybe I need to open it twice. I don't know. Let's do this then. So we say define the result of replacing the thing. Replacing the text in the file, I mean. So if we return the result here, we still get the same. Oh, what? Oh, parentheses in the wrong place. There we go. Print replacing file. I thought it would work. Div result. Placing string. Oh, maybe I accidentally wrote to replacement example. Yep. Whoops. I'm happy I didn't use the source code file then. Let's see. I'm just gonna copy paste this stuff. Okay. Now it should be fine. I'll keep this window open, then I can just hit Control S to fix it if we break it again. Okay, now it works. I hit Control L and it looks inside the file and we get the result. So now let's open the file again, but let's open it in write mode instead. And I think we could just, let's see, somehow write to the file. File write. That sounds great. So we say file write to the file and the result. I don't know if we want to return anything. I guess why not? I hit Control L and now it should replace it for real. So now if I do cat replacement example, it has actually replaced stuff. And if we say inside of and say outside of, with Control L and cat again, and it works. That's great. So now we finished goal 1, then we write okay, 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 okay. Great. So now we managed to do replacing file. Next step is doing replace in many files. Rather, replace in files. We can say replace in files. So now I'm gonna first drink some water. Let's see. I'm gonna take the code from yesterday to the code for traversing the directory and subdirectories. But before that, I'm gonna add some stuff to Git so we don't mess things up too much. So I just git add. I'll add all of this git commit whip replace in files. Okay, so now we can go wild without having to be too scared. I wonder if maybe there was a perfect replacement file algorithm written by someone, but sadly it was lost due to applying the algorithm to the file containing the code of the implementation. So, and I'm sure the author got a heart attack right after, so we'll never get to see the best replacing file algorithm. Instead, we're stuck with my crazy stuff that should probably just use the standard library instead. Anyway, here we have our finding files thing, which finds files and folder in a path, and then finds all the files in that folder and all the folders in that folder. Then it loops through the folders, applies the function again, and then it loops through all the files in that were found. So it's a recursive function going through one folder at a time. When thinking about it, I think I could modify this a bit. So we have one part which is traversing the files and one part which is doing the replacing. So I'm gonna try that. Let's see. So we have our replacing file. I think we can run this and it's okay. Let's comment out this thing for now. Like this, whoops. Oh, now I remove the copy, the clipboard. I lost the clipboard. I need a Emacs clipboard so I don't have to lose stuff. Anyway, finding files. So now we can say like maybe traverse files. And then we take a function there. And then let's see, say traverse files. Oh, right, the goal now. So here, now we're in this goal, find all files. Traverse files, we have a function. Let's see. That can be the same. Result can be the same. What more do I need to change? Files, file path, finding file. Right, so here's the function. So we want to apply the function f to each file in a file, like, what do you call it? Like a directory and its subdirectories, recursively in a directory. So like this. Let's see. How do we want the result back? I think this makes sense. So So basically we create a table into which all the results are stored. Let's do this for now. I think I can load now and it should be okay. It's not okay. It's looking for peg. Oh, f peg. Let's only do f file path. Cool. And now I want to try traverse files and just print like the path. Traverse pretty print and the local directory load. Oh, traverse files. Maybe we should say traverse dir. That's great. Oh, it went into the Git folder as well. I'm not sure we want that. Maybe we could say it should ignore like stuff starting with dot for now, just to keep it simple. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pretty print files and folders. And then we see, yeah, here. So I'm gonna filter away, say files and, or let's do it like this. We filter away all the stuff starting with dot. I think we have string has prefix. Yeah, string has prefix. Let's see, filter. String has prefix. I'm gonna have to check the doc on this one. Maybe like this. The prefix. Okay, so the prefix is dot. If it has prefix doc, I don't want it. Filter. Or maybe it was remove. Remove all. We want to remove all the files that start with dot. It wasn't remove. What was it? Can't remember. Like the opposite of filter. Remove. What was it? I don't remember. Okay, let's do filter and then say that not has the prefix. This looks nice. So now we ignore dotted folders for now. We could make this better somehow, but we won't care right now. Okay, so we traverse the dir and we apply the function pretty print. We could do this as well. Do have identity? Yes. So I pretty print the identity function. Oh, load file. So what we get now is a table with the file paths and then the application, in this case identity. Maybe we could do length instead. We should give you the length of the file name. Yeah. Okay, so what we want to do now is to apply the replace file thing. And I'm gonna git commit again. Whip, please don't mess up my code. Cool. And now we just run this part. We want to run replacing file on all files. So we do replace in file and then the peg. So maybe we search for cat. I don't know. And we want to replace it with dog. And then we get the file path. Now I hit Ctrl L and everything will break. Or not break, but will mess up our code, I think. Oh, now we get the table with all the new files as well. So I'm gonna copy this row, and then I'm gonna reload this file, and we should see like cat is nice should say dog is nice instead. What? Did I open the wrong file? Yes, I did. Replace in files. There. Now it says dog is nice instead. That's great. Now we just put this into a function, replacing files. I'm gonna see stash, and then open this file again. Now the changes should be reverted, and I have this in my clipboard, and we call this replace. Oh, we can do this too. We can say okay, and this is also okay. And now we want to create the function replace in files. Replace in files. And we take a peg, replacement, and a directory. There, like this. And then this would be the peg, and this would be the replacement. Cool. And I am gonna keep this around as an example. Let's say something like prints the file, or rather path lengths of all files inside current directory. Okay, so now we made our replace in files functions, so this gets an okay too. So now all this is okay. And I think we even did this one, right? The end goal. Be able to call a function that takes a directory and a peg that might replace text in the files in the directory. Oh, we didn't say what we replace it with. So we say and a replacement. Yeah, something like that. Whoops. And say okay. And okay, so we're all done. And that's everything for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you'll have a nice day. And now it's time for me to take some lunch. Bye bye.